Most people start off the year full of goals and optimism, thinking that this is the year that they're going to reach their fitness goal, or get that new job, or learn that new language. And that's because we love using these time markers like a new year to set new resolutions for ourselves. But if you're anything like me, it doesn't take you too long to miss out on it, and after a few months, if not days, you lose motivation, you get sidetracked, and you just give up on it entirely. And then you just wait for the next year to start again with a new slate. So if setting annual goals is not working for you, then in this video, I'm gonna be sharing with you how to make these annual goals a reality in a fraction of time, no matter what time of the year it is. If you keep missing annual goals year after year, you're not broken, and the reason why you cannot achieve your goals, it's not for lack of willpower, it's for lack of a proper system to help you to achieve your goals. So here's a system to help you to achieve your annual goals in 12 weeks and do more than most people do in 12 whole months. Because 1 year can feel like an eternity, and when the time frame to achieve your goals is that long, it's easy to get sidetracked and lose your motivation halfway through and procrastinate it, thinking that you actually have plenty of time to work on it, and then either sprinting to get it done towards the end of the year or just giving it up altogether. And that's all because according to Parkinson's law, where the work tends to expand to fill the time that we allocate to it. So if you set your goal for the New Year's Eve in January, you will feel like there is enough time. So you're gonna procrastinate on your goals until it's usually too late. So in this video, we're going to create a 90-day plan that you can stick to so you can achieve more in 1 quarter than most people can achieve in a year, to motivate you into daily action and to work consistently towards your goals. And if you're new here, hi, my name is Karina. Welcome to my channel where I share study hacks, productivity tips, and practical frameworks to help you to elevate your life through education. So what would your life look like if you could choose your annual goals in 3 months instead of 12? When you're looking at a smaller time frame like a quarter, it seems much more feasible, and it becomes much less scary to stick to your gym schedule for 90 days than 365 days and stay on track with it. Turning a 12-month year into a 12-week year helps us to take advantage of something that economists call the deadline effect. And this deadline effect states that as we get closer to a deadline, our performance tends to increase because there's a greater sense of urgency, which motivates us to work harder and get more focused than you would in 12 months. And it's human nature to act differently when there is a deadline looming around. We procrastinate less and we focus on what matters most. But imagine if you could be like that all the time and achieve more. And in fact, that's something that most businesses already use. And if you have a job, your boss probably holds you accountable to your company's quarterly goals. But that's something that we usually rarely think to use in our personal lives to keep us accountable and to help us to achieve more in less time. And when we redefine the year in just 12 weeks instead of 12 months, it means that 12 weeks is long enough to get things done, but also short enough that we have a sense of urgency. And it's almost like artificially give us that focus that you get when you're pushing to meet a deadline or cramming for an exam all year round. And the second benefit is that it brings this new year excitement forward. And that means that if this year things don't go to plan and you get derailed, you don't need to wait 6 to 10 months for the next one. And you can actually get a fresh start in the next 12 weeks. And that's because at the end of the 12 weeks, we get a chance to take a break, celebrate, and recharge for the next quarter. But how do you actually systemize your goal setting so you can actually maintain the motivation to stay on track and accomplish those goals by thinking like a business? Step number 1, you're gonna reflect. We cannot do it all, or at least not all at the same time. And as much as we want to have a perfect life, that's easier said than done. So try to optimize your life in the areas that are most important to you by thinking about 3 main areas that you need to focus on, such as health, career, finance, personal growth, fun, relationships, physical environment, or spiritual and wellness. Step number 2, you're gonna set a goal. Those improvement areas are quite broad. So once you have chosen the 3 areas that you want to work on, break them down into tangible goals that you want to achieve at the end of those 12 weeks. For each life area, I would suggest creating 3 tangible and specific goals. For example, one of my quarterly focuses is on health. So one of my goals are doing 1 45-minute fitness class per day, eating 1 fruit and 1 vegetable per day, and avoid eating any sort of processed sugar during the week. Step number 3 is plan. Once we know what we want to prioritize and what are our goals in each area that we're focusing on, you're going to start drawing a plan for goal setting. So I like broadly planning the week ahead each week and then the night before each day to make sure that I have a solid working plan set in stone so I can just wake up and work and execute on that plan. For example, for my health, I already booked my fitness class first thing in the morning and plan out my meals so I don't need to spend time thinking about where I'm going to get my fruits and vegetables of the day from. Tip number 4, create habits. It's really hard to make those positive changes in our lives. I mean, if you haven't accomplished them by now, it's probably not for lack of trying. But the key to sticking to those goals is creating habits that make those goals easier to attain. For example, going to the gym has always been a goal of mine, but I would often miss it or just not do it as often as I wanted to. So I created a habit of doing it first thing in the morning. And to make it a habit, I decided to go to sleep in my gym clothes, so when I woke up, I didn't even need to think about it. I just had to get out of bed and go to my fitness class. Step number 5 is adjust. Be kind to yourself. Life happens, and sometimes it's okay to miss out on a workout. But you shouldn't feel discouraged when you don't follow through with your plans. Just get back on track and make sure that your sleep doesn't become a habit. When you adjust for your 90 days, you'll not feel discouraged when your ambitious goals is getting on that way. I hope that these learnings helps you to leap forward and inspires you to take action to live a better life. My goal with this channel is to share with you some practical tips and frameworks to help you to elevate your life through education. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this kind of content, please subscribe to this channel and share this video with a friend who might benefit from it. And let me know in the comments what has been the most important lesson that you learned in this video and how would you incorporate it in your life. And if you have any interesting lessons that I didn't cover in this video, please share it in the comments because your ideas might also help someone else too. And if you'd like to supercharge your learning and earning potential with a degree from a top university, you can check out some resources I made available for you on this video description. And don't forget that the more you learn, the more you can achieve. So stay inspired, stay motivated, and I'll see you in my next video.